You are the reason why I do this. I am passionate about making sure business owners know how AI and automation can help their business. If you're not using it, you're going to get left behind because your competition is. Welcome to today's Open Office Hours. We do this because I am on a mission to make sure that people have a great understanding of how AI and automation can help their business. If you're not using it, you're going to get left behind. Today, we have the pleasure of having one of my automation and AI gurus, Dave Ocansey of Brand Marketing Authority. He and I have known each other for a little over 2 years now. We've been working together on some projects. What I like about this huge AI space is that professionals have the ability to come use their own use cases, things that work for their clients. So Dave might have a similar automation structure to what I have, but he does it differently based on what's worked for him and his clients, but we're able to bounce ideas off each other. So you've been working with some of the giants in the industry. Preston is a young guy, but he knows way more about AI than most people have ever even thought could happen. Give me a little background about some of the things that you're doing and what you're excited about working with Preston and some of your own use cases that you found for AI and automation.
All right. So thanks for the opportunity, and working with Preston. Preston is really one thing I like about him, and it's awesome is he's young and he's hungry. You know, that hunger, that passion, and being that young, having time on your end that you can just go out, focus on something and do it is a great thing. And he is automation centric first. So anything and any possible angle to automate anything whatsoever. One thing that really caught my eye, especially with Preston, was how he automated a whole website being built. That used to be a whole lot of sequences and image and this and that, but he's found a way to automate the whole process from beginning to end. And as a software developer who's been a web application developer for about 13 years, for somebody to automate all of that and then have it built, that was like a wow moment. So I joined his team. I've been learning from him, and he's, as young as he is, he's a great leader, putting things together. Now, learning from him on that side, I also, put together a couple of automations, which I have built purposely out of just surfing the internet. You find somebody do this, you find somebody do that, and you're like, oh, by the way, if I combine this and I add this and I mix this with that, I come up with something whole new. It's like, cooking. So I'm kind of thinking of like becoming your so-called AI solutions architect, where I combine multiple things in order to build something that is new, something that basically solves a problem that is in there. So I think today I have two things I wanted to share. One of them is called the blog to video, and then the other one is called the social media poster. So yeah.
Take it away.
Okay. So let me share my screen and then proceed on that.
And Krista, don't let us, guys get to talking too much. If there's something, feel free to jump in. It's a small enough crowd today that you can do that.
Oops.
You know I will. I'm a leverage being in here with the big boys.
All right. So welcome to Brand Marketing Authority. And what we mainly do at Brand Marketing Authority is digital marketing, but with an AI focus and centered approach first. So to proceed on to the presentation, just a little bit of an introduction about us. We craft custom-made AI solution in any capacity. Because I'm coming from a web application software development background, we are not limited to no code or low code tools. We can literally go in and craft custom code just to solve your AI problems. Now, what is blog to video AI? We see blogs all over the place. Your competitors have blogs. You can write your own blogs and all of that. But in this age, you really don't need to write blog because there's way too much content out there. And it's best to just make your life easier by leveraging AI. So what is blog to video? All it is as simple as it sounds. You take your competitor's blog and then use it to create a video that you can post on all of your social media pages. And you are not doing any of the work. AI and automation is doing all the work in the background from start to finish. So all we do is we take your competitor's blog, we feed it to what we call an RSS feed. The RSS feed will pick your competitor's blog content, will pick the title, will pick the content. Then we take that information and then we pass it on to ChatGPT. And with some prompt, ChatGPT will then take that blog and it will not just take that blog, it would rewrite it. So that way you are not doing anything copyright related. It will take it, rewrite it, and sometimes the next step from there is it will even generate an image out of the content of the blog to make it specific to something. Now, the next step after that is it will take the blog that it has rewritten and summarize and then create a voiceover out of that blog, out of whatever is written, and then save that. We use 11 Labs for that process, and then pass it on to another tool. That tool then combines the voiceover with the summary of the blog onto a system that will end up generating a video. So this is set up as soon as your competitor posts a new blog, automatically a new video shows up on your social media. No questions asked from beginning to end. All of that is automated. So moving forward, you don't need to worry about creating video content for your Facebook, for your Instagram, for your TikTok, for LinkedIn. All of that is automatically taken care of from start to finish. So
all right, wait, Dave, I got a question. So now I'm really picky about what I post in terms of social media. How do I know that I'm going to like the quality of this? I mean, because I've seen, and I'm not comparing it to, I haven't seen your tool yet, but I can go on ChatGPT, I can use a plugin and use CapCut to create a video for me. And it's just like, C or maybe B minus work. How do I know that, based on what you're saying, it seems like I'm setting up this RSS feed, and now all of a sudden these videos are just going to post on my social media accounts. What if I don't like them?
Well, here's the thing. You are not, so here's the thing. We are not leaving the creative rights of the video to AI. We would supply a template. Okay, we will supply a template, and the template to kind of be that background. I'm sure we've all on social media seen this kind of videos where it is a nice template moving in the background, and then text is scrolling through, and then there's a voiceover speaking about something. Some of these, sometimes we see them as some of these motivational posts, where on IG we see a motivational post where we see a video playing in the background, then somebody speaking as a voiceover, and that sequence of things kind of happen. Now, we've literally adapted the same concept, whereas so if there's an industry news or OpenAI has done something new, we would have that news. Normally, somebody will have to go to OpenAI's blog, read it, and then understand it for themselves. What we have done is we'll take that same blog, summarize it, and then create a small video posted on your social media. So the same way as you are scrolling through IG and you see one of these motivational posts, and then there's a voiceover, that's the same way we are delivering the same voice, the same content in a voice format.
I won't put you on the spot and ask you to show me one unless you got one ready.
Okay, let's do it. So, show.
For anybody who's not familiar, what is this software that you're using?
So the software itself is called Creatomate, and this is how it looks like. So let me go back 1 second. So let me just explain the whole workflow. So here we start with an RSS feed, and an RSS feed. So for example, for this one,
you're at make.com, by the way.
Yeah, we are in make.com. So and we start from make.com. We pick an RSS feed from let's say OpenAI. We pick the RSS feed, and then the next thing is we route it, because sometimes some blogs might be well formatted, sometimes they are not. And what we do first of all, is to check and see if it has a title, or if something is missing, then as we go through it, so first we put a body, we put a text, we put a title. Then we send it to AI, we send it to ChatGPT, hey, this is the content, summarize it for me. Then it will summarize it. Then after I finish summarizing, next thing we do is we pass it to 11 Labs, use it to create a voice, and we summarize that into voice. The next step after that is we end up putting it on a Google Sheet so you can see the summary of what is written. So of course, we can't just create something and then push it out. We want to find a place where you can then review what is there. And it's up to you to say, hey, I want to review it, approve it before you proceed to the next step, or you trust it enough to go on. So for
so I'm your client. So now you're delivering it to a Google Sheet that I can now review, and on my acceptance, now it goes to the next stage.
Yes, that is when you want to be hands-on to see how everything goes. And if in our system, we realize that if we are taking a big chunk of text, summarizing it into a very small amount, we are literally just even making it better. So it's like giving a snippet of what would have been, let's say, I mean, a blog can be what, 500, 600, 1,000 words. And somebody will literally spend how long? Maybe what, 10 minutes reading it, and they might not understand it in a simple way because there might be a whole lot of technical jargon in there. What we do is we take it and then we summarize it in about 100 or 200 words. And that makes it such that you can literally consume a whole blog in less than a minute or two. So then it is summarized into this sheet, the voice is generated, and at this point, it is posted on all the other levels. It's posted on Slack, Instagram, Facebook pages, and then LinkedIn. So let me pull up one of them. So at the end of the day, this is what it ends up being produced. Okay. And you end up having a video, something like this. You see the background is the same background. So it's not like AI is generating the video at the background. The background is still the same, but the text that we have generated will end up flowing on top of this. Now, Creatomate is the tool that we use. So we start with the blog. We take the blog, we break it apart. We first of all take the text, summarize it, and maintain the title. Then we take the summarized text and convert it to audio. Then we take the audio and we import the audio and the text into Creatomate, which already has a background. Then we combine all of it into one video. So Creatomate is what is responsible for taking the text. While the text is displaying, it's also playing the voice that has been generated out of the text, so that it also helps for people who are visually impaired at that point, who they can at least listen. So, and then it creates all of that. So after it's created, it will then export it back to a Google Drive. Then it is posted onto all the various social media. So this one, for example, you can add your own sound. So you do have your template that you've already selected a sound you want to be on the background. And all you are doing right now is just throwing in text. So with this template, with a different sound, the automation just keeps putting on different text and voiceovers and then posting them to your social media automatically. So in a summary, this is it, and this is how it works.
All right, so I got the gist of it. Now I also try to do things for people who are on a budget. So give me a rundown. You got a lot of different apps here. How much do these apps cost? Do they have free options? What is somebody looking at in order to try to reproduce this?
Definitely you need to have a ChatGPT account. That's our second, which the paid version, of course. Then you need to have your 11 Labs account as well, because it's going to go through 11 Labs API. And then the next thing is to go through your Creatomate account, which you're also going to have their API cost. So
just running these down, you got make.com, you're roughly 20, ChatGPT's 20 plus, unless you go over. 11 Labs, what's 11 Labs run you a month?
11 labs, let me check.
So let's say 11 labs. I want to say they have an $11 or $17 plan.
Yeah, and depending on your output as well, it will consume more or less. So 11 labs, running so anywhere between what depending on
11.
the total number of characters. So we have like 10,000 here. So between the 10,000 and 99. So depending on, so if it is just you for demo purposes, this is fine. But if you are going to be doing it on the regular, definitely you're looking at a 99 to go on a monthly basis. Yeah.
So we're talking, you could put this together for under $60 or so. So depending upon your use case. Okay, they might as well just call you and let you do it for them. Go ahead. Show me number two. What was the second automation you had going?
All right. So the second automation I have going is the one right here, which is social media poster. And the social media poster, same way, where it's all about content these days. And you can choose to write your own content, or you can look at what your competitors are doing. So with that same understanding, all we are doing is literally the same thing. We look at your competitor's blog, and if you have 3 competitors, we are monitoring their blogs all the time. As soon as they post something, we take that content. Same way, we make ChatGPT rewrite it in a whole different style. So again, that also covers a copyright because you are looking at something and then you are rewriting it into your own words. We've trained the AI to write it into our own style. So yes, we are picking concepts and ideas from what you've written, and then we are rewriting in our own style. Then from there, we take that content and we ask ChatGPT to create an image that suits that particular content. And ChatGPT will create an image, and from there we take the image, we combine it with the text, and automatically post it on all of your social media blogs. So I can showcase that. And if you look at it, so I mean, I know we have a lot of scenarios here for automations. Where are you?
Yeah, your make.com account has to be way over about $30 a month now.
I know. So I think, yeah, so we have the social media poster over here. And I know it might look intimidating. I think that this is the simplest version. There's an advanced version. Let's see. I think that's it. Create content from idea. Yeah, that's it. So again, so all you have to do is start from a Google Sheet. We send this to the client and say, hey, give us a list of all of your competitors or people in your industry that you think write great content for your industry. Then they drop all of that in the Google Sheet. We take the Google Sheet and then we go to those sites and then we generate the RSS feed from all of them. Then at that point, we set it up now. It goes in, picks the RSS feed, sends it over to this tool. This tool will then extract the title, will extract the content of the body, the date, and all of that information. Now, that information is then broken down into 2 sectors. One goes through a summary. So this will generate a summary, and out of the summary, we generate an image. So we generate a summary. From the summary, we generate an image, and from the image, we also generate a tweet because in all, tweets are very limited to a specific length, whereas summary, because we can take a 500 word blog and then generate a summary. It would still be so much, but in order to train the AI to give us a good image, we need to give it a good lengthy description. So that's why we'll have a summary to generate image, and then out of that summary, we rescale it down to then generate a tweet. And from that point is where we proceed on to. So after all of that information is then added to the Airtable. And then from the Airtable, it is posted on your social media, on your Twitter, which is now X, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, and then pretty much that's it. And we've had this running on for a while. Let me open our Instagram, and then that's what we are using internally. On the business side of things, let's go to our post. So yeah, as you can see, so this was Christmas. This was a Christmas post, and all of this was done through AI without lifting a finger. So this is one sample, and then, season's greetings, and, and so on and so forth. So with this, you no longer need to really be working so hard on your social media, your outreach, and all of these things, but you get all of this information up and running. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I see your work, Dave. So tell me, you're a Go High Level expert. You've been using that platform for a while. Do you have any automations that you are excited about sharing with, your base, or any use cases that you think might resonate with, people who are in the financial services, life insurance, real estate coaching, anything like that?
Sure. So with Go High Level, the thing is, most of this automation you see, about 90% of them are all related to Go High Level. So let me see which one I can show. So over here, I have my top 20 automations. So for people in the financial sector, one automation can be, for example, they need to do an outreach to client, but they want to make that outreach very personal. Now, how do you make that outreach very personal? You have clients, you have data. So you can first of all start by taking your past conversations with a client and then taking that and then feeding that information as a knowledge base to an AI. And the AI would then learn your conversation with that particular client, get to know the client, what they do, and then that AI can now respond on your behalf to the client. So it's like having a virtual assistant that knows you, knows your client, and then you now use that AI to be handling all of your emails. So one of implementation we have, which is literally tied to your Gmail and also tied to your Go High Level, and it becomes like an AI that has been trained inside of your business. So the AI knows about your product, your services, who your clients are. Anytime a client sends you an email, either asking a question, that AI can answer on your behalf. So the client sends you an email and there will be a time delay. Let's just say a 5 minutes delay, or even though the AI can answer instantly, we can make it such that it can be maybe a 5 minutes delay, a 10 minutes delay, and the AI will automatically respond to the client exactly on the basis. However, if the AI notices that the question that is being asked is outside of its scope of its knowledge base, it will then say, you know what, to answer this question, I think it's best we jump on a Zoom, and it will automatically send the user a Zoom link for him or her to book an appointment for you guys to talk properly. So
I'm
one
sold. I need that. So, anybody who knows me knows I'm behind on emails, and some of those emails, that's a great feature. So if the AI
Ditto.
realizes that the question is outside its scope or its knowledge base, it books an appointment. That's a great opportunity for that contact to then book an appointment, possibly make a sale or an upsell. I need that today, Dave. So when we wrap up this call, I know we have a lot more stuff that I want to hop into. Krista, I don't want to leave you out. You have Dave, who's got vast automation and AI experience outside of my own. Feel free to jump in here with any questions, ideas, use cases that you may have. Dave, real quick, I'll mention Krista led me to an automation because she had a client. He's a personal trainer and he was creating custom menus for his clients. We created, as part of his onboarding, when they sign up, they get a form that has questions about their diet, their food preferences, their budget, how much time they want to put into the meal prep. We plug all that into a custom GPT that returns a menu for each of those clients. So if they're on keto diets, if they want to lose weight, if they have high blood pressure, it can make the recommendations to guide them to some foods that might assist them in their weight loss journey. And that helped me with a couple of ideas. So Krista, please, if you have something for Dave, don't hesitate.
Listen, it's still cooking up. You know, my processing needs a wait time. Is that what we call it, right, in our workflows? But I love the fact that, you know, you already showed me your Instagram, so I know exactly how to get in contact with you, which is probably the only opportunity that I saw in your email. So I'm gonna let, you know, Open Office be exactly that. Go on, Mr. Starks.
Yeah.
But
To an addition to that is one thing that we are really pivoting to is chatbots that can not only answer questions, can also calculate. So for one of our clients, he's into the solar industry, and the automation is out there. What we did was, apart from when you go to his site and then you click on the chatbot can tell you about his product, his services, and the chatbot can calculate how much you can save on your energy bills just by giving it your address.
nice.
So you give it your address, it will take it because it is connected to an API that the API will do all the calculations and will take that information and then give it back to you. But it doesn't end over there. At that point, the chatbot will begin to ask a couple of qualifying questions to see if the person is really interested, and then help the person book an appointment on your calendar, because the chatbot is also connected to your calendar. So this is not the chatbot sending a link to your client to book an appointment. The chatbot will ask them, are you available tomorrow at this time? The person will say yes or no. And if they say yes, then they proceed to go ahead and then get all the information, book the client on your calendar. So you have an appointment booking chatbot to book all of your appointments, whether you are there or not, 24/7, and it's a really great tool.
Yeah, I like that. I was sharing with Krista that my AI actually booked 2 appointments for me last week. I wasn't even aware that the conversations were going on, but someone sent in a text message, and Ava, my AI virtual assistant, had an entire conversation. Neither person knew they were talking to an AI, but she offered them available time slots on my calendar, which I quickly realized I had to go back and update because one of them was at 6 p.m., but it was a good appointment. So it's scary, man. If we have AIs that are booking appointments for us now in February 2024, just imagine where we're going to be February 2025. You know, they're
Case
going
in
to be taking
point,
the appointments.
case in point, there's a new API under wraps, and it is crazy. When I say it's crazy, it's literally, so what we are doing via text right now, it will now be able to do it via voice. And it's much faster and it sounds human. When we say very human, as in you cannot tell the difference between this is an AI you are talking to or this is a human. It comes with all the all the sounds that will literally make you think that, oh, so it's one API I'm working on right now, and things are a bit glitchy, but we're hoping to really build something solid coming up. And once you add that to your chatbot, that's it. I mean, and the beautiful part is it can pick up a phone call and speak on your behalf.
I love it, Dave. So,
So out goes cold calling. I mean, cold calling is literally done at that point where you literally give it a list. It will dial all of these people. It will talk to them. And of course, when you can train it with some NLP, you know that is it.
That's it. This is why I do this. I am passionate about making sure people understand how AI and automation can help their business. I do this open office hours to encourage people to learn about AI. Get on ChatGPT, ask it to make a food recipe for you. Ask it to lay out your meal plan for the week. Just begin to use it, because if you don't use it, you're going to get left behind. Thank you for your participation today, Dave. I can't wait to get you back. So thank you very much.
Much appreciated.